afternoon. This is Ronald Bird with another edition of Style Speaks. On our very first edition in 2015, we took off a month to kind of get some things together. Style Speaks is kind of growing rapidly, doing some amazing things with Proof, the actor and model agent side. So we're growing the business, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that a little later. I don't want to take up all this comedian's time because he may clown me.
Take your time, man.
No.
You gotta pay the bills. I understand. You gotta pay the bills.
You know, I don't use all I can. You know, I don't use this to promote me. I use this to promote my guests.
Okay.
So, but since this is the first segment of the year, I just thought I'd kind of bring that out there.
I feel honored then. I feel honored.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Unless somebody else could sign up. Is that what it is?
And as you should feel honored, okay? Because I just don't ask anybody, okay? I get a lot of knocks on my door, but I don't always answer.
Right.
You feel me? But I just want to introduce Mr. Vince Barnett. Comedian Vince Barnett. Okay, is comedian your first name?
You hurt my hand, man.
I'm sorry. Oh, whatever.
You gotta be so strong.
Okay, is comedian your first name?
I would like it to be. I'm thinking about changing it to that.
Okay,
it has a nice ring to it. It's like a flow.
Oh, okay. We're gonna talk about that. But tell everybody where you're from, man.
I'm from Philly originally. From Philly, and now I call DC area my home. I love it. I love it down here. People are beautiful people.
Okay. Well, you ain't got to kiss no behind here, because I know some people ain't so beautiful here in D.C. But how long have you been in the Washington metropolitan area?
Like 6 to 7 years now.
Oh, okay.
6 to 7 years.
That's not a long time.
Yeah, but I like it.
Okay.
It's home. I call it home.
Okay.
Second home.
Okay. You think you're going to stay for a while?
I'll be here for a while.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Okay.
I think that people want me to stay, I'll stay. So.
Okay. Seeing what the demand is. I'm not sure what the demand is, but from the looks of it, I think people want you to stay. Well, tell me. One of the reasons what attracted me to your visuals, your page, and how I really wanted to reach out to you. I mean, as a comedian, I like talking to people that are really diverse, and it's really interesting when I reached out to this gentleman. I was like, okay, this guy is in the style and fashion, and what the hell he want with me?
Right.
And as he said again, right. I mean, you got the wrong dude, I think. But as I was mentioning to him, everybody has a story, and I like the fact that some people aren't really. I don't just talk to people in that genre. Everybody has a sense of style, personal style, professional style, and you're an entertainer and you're on stage. So it's interesting to me, especially as a comedian. You're a good-looking guy, but typically comedians, I think the uglier they are, the funnier they supposed to be, or whatever. You know that whole old thing where comedians. Oh well, we got another comedian. He's just shaking his head. We got a comedian who's my videographer who's shaking his head. No, and he's a funny looking. But anyway, no, Tony's a good looking guy too. But I mean, what do you think about that? I'm sure you've heard that in that whole. Let's talk about that real quick. That whole if the funny looking you are, the funnier you tend to be on stage, or people take you serious as a comedian. Good-looking comedians aren't that funny.
I disagree.
Okay.
I mean, funny is funny.
Okay.
A joke is a joke. It depends on your delivery, your timing. So you could be fat, skinny, bald, black, white, Asian. It doesn't matter. I mean, a joke is a joke. So.
But do you think, and we'll get off this subject, but this is very interesting to me. Do you think very attractive comedians or good-looking comedians tend to have it a little bit more difficult or a little harder for people to take serious as a comedian? Aisha Tyler, I know you know who that is. She's on The View. Beautiful girl. She does her own. She's very funny.
Right.
And she's done stand-up. But I don't think anybody would really ever take her that serious as a comedian. And maybe that's just me because she's so damn pretty. So you know what I'm saying?
I watched her stand-up, and I think she's funny.
Yeah, I do so. But I mean, do you think it's harder for them?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I really don't, man. I mean, and that's because I've seen it. I've seen it. There's a lot of attractive girls that I perform with. I'm not gonna mention any names.
No. You
because
better
the
not.
ones you don't mention, they're like, how come you didn't mention me?
Right. I'm pretty.
He must think I'm ugly.
Okay.
So, no, but I've seen ugly girls do bad. I've seen pretty girls do bad.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I just felt, I wanted to know how you felt about that. Yeah. But so why comedy? Who told you it was funny? Other than your mama?
My mom didn't think I was funny.
She didn't think it was funny.
She told me I shouldn't do comedy.
Okay.
I wanted to prove her wrong. That's why I do it, man.
Okay.
Yeah, she came to my show and she asked for her money back, actually.
Okay.
It didn't go
But
well.
boom. Okay, you see what he did there?
That's
okay.
true. I'm just saying. We're being honest, right?
Oh, no. Go for it.
No, but my ex-brother-in-law got me into comedy. Kevin Hart. So he was.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. He had me go on stage at a club in Atlantic
Oh,
City.
he's throwing. You hear that, Kevin Hart, all modestly.
Hey, man,
he's throwing names out there, whatever. He's all plugging names and Colonel.
You asked me.
Ex-brother-in-law, Kevin Hart.
So I used to write with Kevin back in the day, and he was like, Vince, get on stage, you're funny. I'm like, okay. Now, I've never did comedy before. You know, we told jokes, driving up, stuff like that.
Had you ever considered yourself as a funny guy?
Never considered myself as a funny guy. I mean, around my friends, I would tell jokes, but that was about it. So we went to AC, a comedian backed out. He's like, hey, why don't you jump on the stage and tell us 3 jokes? I'll pay you $200.
You jumped up on that stage for that $200.
I jumped up on the stage and I jumped right back down because I got booed off. I'm serious, man, serious.
Devastating, right?
Devastating. I'm not going to do this every year. I love it. I did it. I came down to DC. I started my career in comedy. Fell in love with it. The people embraced me.
Well, wait a minute. You just skip. Well, what made you, after being so devastated at getting booed off the stage, what made you stick with it and try to come to DC and try it again? Why did you think at that point it was going to be any different? What kind of drove you? What was the motivation?
The environment that I did it in, like it wasn't conducive to a person's first time performing comedy.
Okay.
It was almost like being at the Apollo.
Right.
At a spot in AC, kind of thugged out.
So you blaming it on the audience, or you blaming it on your material?
I'm blaming it on, it was me. It was a combination of both. You know, a veteran comic would be able to handle the situation, but me as a newbie.
You weren't ready.
I wasn't ready, man. I wasn't prepared. So now I could go back there, I could rock it, but I think it shut down. But maybe one day.
Okay, I'm sure you will. Well, that's interesting. I mean, and I talk too about, it's interesting you say that. I say that a lot. It's interesting because I love doing what I do, and I love, you're making me go off subject here, but when you say things, it just kind of takes me to another area. How people end up doing what they do based on somebody else saying, oh, I think you should do that, or I think you should do that. And they never thought that they would be doing what they're doing professionally, or,
not in a million years.
Or, and I mean, I get so many people, well, how did you get into that? Oh, well, somebody, models and actors. Oh, well, somebody said that I thought I'd be a good model, and, I just started doing it, whatever. It was never their idea. So it's interesting how often I hear that it was never necessarily what you had thought out for yourself.
I wouldn't picture myself being telling jokes on stage.
Well, what do you think you'd be? What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't telling jokes?
IT.
Okay. So now I thought you said.
I'm a computer geek, at heart. So.
I see a little geekism in there.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks for noticing that.
I see a little geek. I recognize a little geekology in there. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting, man. That's really interesting. So tell me. I guess we really do need to we're really getting into the comedy piece, but as far as like style, what has really been, you say you've never been that guy who really, not necessarily, I'm not putting words in your mouth, maybe you weren't that guy who really cared a whole lot about, what he put on when he went out. He just kind of was a jeans and t-shirt kind of dude. You maybe seem like that kind of guy, so it was never a big deal to be the best looking, dude in the joint or whatever and have the sharpest suit on. But how do you feel about when you go out or when you go on stage? Because I've seen pictures. You're in jeans and you're very casual and laid back. I wish I could probably style you on some of those events. But anyway, you're very casual and laid back with with a tee.
You want to start with the pink scarf?
Excuse me. I can handle all mine. I can wear pink, purple, blue, green, all that. I'm bringing out the color in my coat.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't wear this scarf?
I wouldn't wear that scarf.
Okay. Even though it's plaid, but it's because it's pink?
I'm just not into pink. It doesn't go with my eyes, so I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
With my eyes, so.
Well, I'm a secure man today, so I can wear pink. I don't know what color it is.
I got you.
Okay, but that's a personal thing, and this is not the forum for that.
I don't want to throw you, man. Go ahead.
It's all good. You ain't throwing me. I
want to make you nervous on your first interview of the year. I want to.
No, I've already had the first one already. But this is the first segment. You're not the first interview. I just had the first.
Just clarifying that.
Yeah. But so tell me, obviously you're not into the whole fashion piece and the colors and all that.
Right.
So what do you think that comes from? Why is it that fashion and style and being up on that is something that you necessarily didn't get into? Why?
Man, I grew up, I didn't have a lot of money growing up, man. So, all the other kids.
So you
had
blame
the
it
nice-
on being poor?
I do.
Okay.
I do. You know, it wasn't.
That has nothing to do with your style sense.
It does.
It really does.
It does. If you can't afford to go out there and buy the clothes you want, you have to make do.
But you still inside, you still have, even if you went to a thrift store and it was a 50-cent shirt back in the day, not 50 cent no more, but back in the day when I was in high school, you can go get an outfit for $3.
Yeah.
A coat, a hat, a shirt, a blazer.
You could afford that? Yeah, really? I was.
I
was.
So
I
it was
poor,
about
poor,
how
man.
how creative you are and how you can, put yourself together. So that was just never really. So you're
wasn't-
blaming it on your.
I'm not
on
blaming it,
economics,
but I love the fact that I came up that way because it wasn't a big deal for me. You know.
Okay.
I look at fashion.
So
I
do
think
you
it's
think-
important? I
okay,
think it's really
okay.
important.
You
If
do.
I'm doing a corporate gig, I'll dress in a suit, shirt and a tie, maybe. If I'm doing just a comedy show, I might jeans and t-shirt. So it depends. But I have a very diverse style. I don't just have one style. And I don't chase fashion labels. and
Okay,
all that.
okay.
I like to feel comfortable. You know?
Okay.
For me, it starts at my underwear. If I have fresh underwear on, then I'm
fresh
good.
as in clean or fresh as in the
nicely
style.
pressed.
Okay.
You know, that's where my fashion starts. I think for everybody, you should have more. Make sure you got on clean underwear. You know,
Okay. I mean, what? Okay. I'm not going.
people don't think about it, but you do. You got.
I mean, suppose for those, I'm not going to say those of us, for people who don't wear underwear, we're supposed to start at
Some people. I mean, you gotta have a feel lady. You gotta wear a bra. I mean, I hope guys don't walk around with
undergarments
underwear.
of some kind
You
of.
gotta
It
have
starts
something.
there. It starts from the inside and it kind of
It
projects itself
definitely-
out.
I think the clothes should be an accessory to the person, not the person accessory to the clothes. I think the person makes the outfit. If you have a cold sore in your mouth, you know what I mean? Like people gonna be like, "Damn, look at the guy."
Right, right.
They should. That was messed up. I shouldn't have said that. But people should notice you, not your clothes.
Well, absolutely.
Right.
But that kind of
That's
helps.
the secondary thing.
Yeah, but that kind of, we don't all walk around nude. So I mean, we have to, in order to be noticed, we have to have on clothes. And I think with the clothing that you select for yourself helps you get noticed a little differently than other people
it does.
based
It
on
does.
your fashion and style sense. And I'm not promoting it and I'm not, putting it down. It's very interesting to me to learn what motivates people in deciding what works for them.
I think whatever I feel comfortable with. Like if I feel comfortable with the outfit, then I'll try it.
But you seem to be a little closed, a little tight with certain things.
You think so?
Based on your comment about my scarf.
No, I mean that's for you. It's not for everybody.
No, I'm not
I mean,
offended.
because imagine if I had the same scarf on today. That would look weird, you know. So that's
But that would have been least likely to happen. Because
It could happen.
not that this is a one of a kind scarf, but I mean that's pretty least likely. But anyway, okay.
just keeping it real.
No, it's all, no. I appreciate that. So I mean, and that's interesting. That's your perspective on it's just what's comfortable. Your jeans and boots,
Jeans and
probably
t-shirt,
t-shirt kind of guy.
sneaks.
No fuss, no muss. As long as your underwear is clean,
You smell good.
and you smell good, and
And I'm
you
good.
you shining and all
breath
that.
don't stink,
Right,
that's what I mean.
right, and all of that. And I appreciate you.
I had to,
had
man.
the gum
Put
in your
on
mouth.
Deodorant. at the
Yeah,
end of
I
the day,
appreciate you doing that too. Well, tell everybody about, and we gonna close this down because we can get real crazy. Where you are performing and like your comedy thing, where you're performing and how people can find you and all that kind of good stuff.
You can find me where you can find everybody else on the internet, like on Facebook.
Oh, I know where you getting smart.
No, I'm just saying, like it's.
Everybody ain't on the internet.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you got something to hide, you might not be on the internet. But most people, like in the entertainment realm, you can find them on the internet. So you can find me on Twitter, Facebook. Just look up comedian Vince Barnett.
I was gonna say tell them specifically what your Twitter handle and all of that.
Vince
I
Barnett.
already got it. I already know how to find you.
Vince Barnett. Or contact him. He can tell you how to get in contact with
That's
me.
okay.
Yeah, that's easy. But
That's it. That's all.
now they can go on. If you want to get my comedy and check me out, and see if I'm really funny or not. You can go on iTunes, go on Amazon, Google Play, download my CD. I'm just saying.
Well, I appreciate you giving me your time this
appreciate
afternoon.
you having me, man.
Definitely.
I really do
I
appreciate
enjoyed you. I enjoyed you. It was definitely. I was looking forward to meeting you. I didn't want you to. I don't brand myself as a comedian, but I am a little humorous.
You're funny. You are.
Yeah, and I get that sometimes, but I try not to show up my guests.
Okay.
So, but I see you as really trying hard not to let me show you up.
Nah, just
okay.
A couple jabs there and there. We know
Exactly,
body shots.
exactly. Well, listen.
It was fun, man. You're doing a great job, and I think what you're doing for DC and for style and people like that and getting the word out, I think it's a good thing. So
okay, can you put that on all your?
I definitely will,
can
man.
You say
Check him out. He's a good guy.
Quote that and
he's
put
funny.
That.
He got a slick mouth, but
yeah,
you got to work around it.
I really do. I really do. I'll work on that. No, I'm not. All right, y'all. This is another edition of Style Speaks. Mr. Comedian Vince Barnett. Till the next time. See ya.
Thanks.